Oh, stupid phone, shut up. Oh, hello there. How are you? My name is L4DDarkVampRaven, well that is my YouTube name anyway, and I would like to please welcome you into another WWE discussion video. And my cam colour just changed then for a second. Alright, this week, this year, this day, this time at 5 o'clock, 5 past midnight, I'm going to be discussing today, would Smackdown, WWE Smackdown ever make it if it went live full time? As we know, Raw is live 24/7, not 24/7, yeah, that would be pretty good, wouldn't it? Raw is live every Monday, but Smackdown is only taped and never ever been, well, and never only really been live every now and again. So could Smackdown survive with Raw standards? Could Smackdown itself survive if it was live every week, the same as Raw? Answer, fuck no. It couldn't survive. Why couldn't it survive? Simply because the roster is so weak compared to what it used to be. Raw obviously has a high roster, a high expectation, a high amount of storyline that it can control its own feet. That's why it's live every week. That's why it's been pushed to 3 hours. Raw may have started before Smackdown did, but it's because Smackdown is a weak roster, and it didn't used to be before they all changed to separate shows and superstars. But yeah, so I don't want to be one of those guys that says, you know, like, oh yeah, Raw is better, Smackdown is the number 2 show. Well, I like to watch Raw and I like to watch Smackdown, so, you know, I don't honestly mind. I enjoy both shows. I mean, yeah, sure, Smackdown, I have watched some episodes of Smackdown, and I have, like, thought to myself, oh my god, you know, that was a shit episode. But I mean, Raw and Smackdown both have, you know, really good and really bad episodes. So, but I don't think Smackdown has the weight on its shoulders to be able to carry itself to doing live every week. I don't think Smackdown could even fill 3 hours, right? I mean, I would like it to. I really would like it to, but I think we're going to have to all accept it as WWE fans that Smackdown, and I don't even really want to say this, Smackdown will always be a number 2 brand. Raw will always be higher than it, and it's maybe because Raw has the good superstars. I've not kept up to date with the website, the roster on WWE.com, and it always changes who's on whose site. But so I could be wrong in what I'm about to say. But I mean, John Cena has Raw has John Cena, Raw has CM Punk, Raw has the Big Show, you know, and all the main other stars. You know, SmackDown had Wade Barrett, then he got injured. SmackDown had The Undertaker, now he's retired. Raw had Edge and Shawn Michaels, but again they retired. You know, SmackDown has Daniel Bryan and Sheamus, but Sheamus again is just, I'm going to take Ben's word here, squashmas at the moment. It's just becoming boring, and I don't know, I like Daniel Bryan, but again it seems like he's more on Raw now. I don't know who's officially where at the moment. Daria was on SmackDown, but I think he's gone back to Raw. So Smackdown, I think, will always be the place where the jobbers will be seen, and the lower mid-carders will be seen, and the higher mid-carders, you know, the people like Tyson Kidd, like the failed Lord Tenzai, like Tyler Rex and that, and places like Ryback. I mean, Raw does have ones like that as well. I mean, they have Tyler Rex and that as well, but I think for the superstars that don't get used, like Yoshitatsu, and that will get used on Smackdown, the same with Zack Ryder. Smackdown just needs a more powerful roster. You know, or maybe they just need to stop doing the whole separate shows and put everyone on Smackdown, everyone on Raw like they did before. There was a report going around that Triple H was going to start doing that, so I don't know if that's going to be still going on, but I think they should put, as much as it was good to see Raw versus Smackdown and superstars and different brands, yeah, that was good, that was entertaining to watch, but you know, I personally don't think that it's that good anymore. I think maybe they should just put it all on one show again, you know, just to give Smackdown the boost. You know, there's a lot of you probably out there that don't even watch Smackdown, you know, that only really watched Raw, you know, because it has the more interesting storylines. It's got the strong storylines at the moment with Punk and Jericho and Big Show and John Cena. What's Smackdown got? A continuous crappy feud between Sheamus and Daria. Well, pardon my French, but big fucking whoop, you know. So it's not exactly exciting, you know, to be honest with you. I've not exactly been enjoying it. I enjoyed it maybe once or twice, but that was about it, you know. So, and I don't know. I don't want to be that guy again that says that SmackDown is like, you know, this is Raw and this is SmackDown. You know, I don't want. I want to like to think that maybe they're about as evil as a show compared to a company can be. I like to think they're both on the same level because, you know, SmackDown's not really got nothing wrong. It's got a cool Titantron. It's had many cool Titantrons, many cool themes. You know, many cool wrestlers. There's nothing wrong completely with the show, but I think it would just be again. It will probably, and I'm just going to end this video now with one of the, it's just going to be one of those shows that everyone's just going to look down upon, that Raw will always go first before, you know, Raw will be here and SmackDown will always be here. This is what it will always be. You know, if there was a race, Raw would always win and SmackDown would always come second. There's no way, you know. I mean, I suppose SmackDown could try going maybe live every week. I mean, would that really help? But maybe if some more superstars went to SmackDown, maybe if John Cena and Punk went to SmackDown a bit more, but what would be the point really? Because I mean, like, if John Cena and CM Punk are feuding on Raw, why would they want to go to SmackDown as well? You see what I mean? I mean, they used to be all in one. They used to be all in one brand before, you know, and they still made it work storyline wise. But I'm guessing they're trying to separate it a bit, so obviously you only see John Cena and CM Punk feud on Raw, and SmackDown will be different without continuing on with 2 shows per week, so it doesn't maybe because it builds up more for the fans. I don't know. So, but I enjoy SmackDown. I enjoy SmackDown. So you look at the fucking like line in my fucking beard. I don't even do that. It just does it by itself. I enjoy SmackDown. I do. You know, there's aspects of it I don't like, but there's aspects of Raw I don't like. I mean, Raw had its first ever 3-hour show properly. Raw episode 1001, and it was a solid Raw. It wasn't that good, but it was okay. You know. But yeah. So I'm beginning to think, could Raw, or could SmackDown hold out if it was live anyway? If SmackDown was live every week, would it make it any better? If SmackDown went 3 hours every week, would it make it any better? I don't think it being live would make any difference, but I mean, people always feel it for Raw. People always talk about Raw, you know, because it's live, you know, it's fresh and exciting. Everyone always tweets and that. Whereas SmackDown obviously is not live, so people don't get excited, you know, and don't get excited for that. So it's harder to deal with. So if SmackDown had the same capacity as Raw, went live and it was 3 hours, would it be the same? Would it be harder to keep up with both brands? I suppose that would just be up to the WWE universe and what WWE would think, to be honest with you. So I don't know. I can't answer that. Honestly, can't answer it. But what I can answer is, would SmackDown again be able to hold on its own 2 legs if it was in Raw shoes? You know, if SmackDown was to turn live and go for it, would it be able to keep itself up with the roster and storylines that it's got? No, completely. No, it would not. It would not. It would not survive of use of Damien Sandow, Yoshi Tatsu, Zack Ryder, Squashmas and Del Rio every single week doing that live 3 hours. It would not survive. It would not survive. No one would like it. You know. So anyway, so yeah, so that's my thought on the whole thing, because the whole SmackDown always being the second brand and everything, or the behind brand, has been going around for ages. Loads of people having discussions. There's discussions on Facebook and Twitter all about this. I feel I need to make a video about this and execute my opinion, and hopefully all WWE fans watching this will maybe, you know, take a note and just go with what their opinion. So please feel free to subscribe, or wherever the button is if you haven't already. Remember, it's free. Please feel, if you agreed with any of the comments, please give the video a like. I don't want to seem like I'm a like whore like every other YouTube video. I just want to know that, you know, obviously, as all YouTubers do, you know, if you like, you know, you take the time to make the video, you know, maybe just deserve a like. You know, if you don't agree, then dislike it, or leave a comment saying, you know, what you think about SmackDown, what it should be. Should you stay where it is, or do you think they can make it better? I think they could. I think they could improve the roster, but SmackDown has a weak roster, you know. So anyway, this has been me, L4DDarkVampRaven. That's been you, whoever you are watching my video, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Oh, subscribe if you haven't already. It's free. And I suppose I have cookies.